Benner.
Dr. Axe here, and we want to talk to you guys about paleo and AIP. A lot of people know about paleo, but I don't think they quite understand. They think AIP is a totally different thing. So, with paleo, we have our main food groups, right? We have our fats, we have our meats and proteins, and we have our vegetables, we have our nuts, our fruits, and things like that. So those are our main food groups. So why is AIP any different? And why is it different?
Very, very big. I'm a big fan of paleo, you know that.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of AIP. Different tools for different situations. So as with every patient that's coming on, we're looking for different stressors that may be causing them not to be able to heal. And some people are more broken than others, right? Yeah. So in individuals that are a little bit less broken, we may be able to decide that paleo is a good start. But for somebody that may have a lot of food sensitivities and a real severely broken down gut, we have to take it to a different level. One approach may be GAPS, and we'll make a video about that. But today we're going to be talking about AIP. And what differentiates AIP, autoimmune protocol, from paleo is it's like 80% paleo, but there's a few things that are taken out. And the reason why is because these specific things that are taken out can cause food sensitivities to a higher degree. So remember, we talked about the fats, we talked about the vegetables, we talked about the fruit, we talked about the protein. Well, let's talk about some things that are on this table that would not fit in with autoimmune protocol. Let's start with the one that breaks my heart the most. Eggs. I'm a big egg fan. One of the reasons why eggs is not part of AIP is because the albumin, the protein in the egg, for some people, they're very, very sensitive to that. So we have to keep the eggs out temporarily. And remember, with AIP, we reintroduce some of these things down the road, right? Yeah. Because eventually those people
I know people are freaking out. It's not a forever thing. It's a 30-day, 60-day kind of thing.
Yeah, temporary. It's not forever. Nuts in general. So almonds, pecans, cashews, all these different things that are going to be may cause sensitivity in certain amount of people. We have to take out for that 30 to 45 days.
I think our snackers are crying right now.
The snackers. That's the reason why we have olives, right?
Yeah.
Potatoes. So this is going to basically designate or be a representative of what's called the nightshade family. So tomatoes, eggplant, bell peppers, chili peppers, potatoes. Okay, these have what's called solanins in them, and about 30% of the population actually can be sensitive to those. Wow. So if you can imagine, if we have a patient that's on paleo and they're not getting better, but they're sensitive to this particular constituent of this food, we miss that.
Yep.
And so what we have to do is we have to pull that out for 30 days, and then we reintroduce and see how it happens. Go ahead.
And it just takes that one molecule right in that food to just roadblock someone. Someone's like, can I really not have that? It only takes one thing, right? You may be that person that's saying, I've tried everything, I didn't get the results. You might have tried everything, but missed one little piece, and you didn't get results. That's why we got to be...
You're exactly right. And that's the reason why patients come to us, because we're going to be able to see those little nuanced things that's going to be able to take them from here to here. The other one that hurts, Doc?
Butter.
Specifically, even Kerrygold butter. And this is very, very high quality butter, grass-fed butter, but in certain situations, it's the casein that's in this can then be very, very negative, inflammatory, and actually cause a delayed food sensitivity, and actually cause that immune system to activate and not be your friend. All right, and then bread. This particular bread is what's considered gluten-free bread, but it still has grains in it. In AIP, all grains are gone. Rice, oatmeal, corn. What is one of the most unhealthy aisles in the grocery store?
The middle aisles.
Middle aisles, but even this, because it's a little bit deceptive, it's the gluten-free aisle.
Oh, exactly. That's a good, yeah.
The reason why is because corn can be, as you know, and we've been in functional medicine for a long time, we know that corn can be very inflammatory to a person. Certain individuals, rice is a no-go. Any grain is a possibility to cause inflammation, irritation of the gut, to cause a roadblock for that patient not to get better. And that's not in your best interest. So for 30 days, the grains got to go. Okay? And so those are the major things. Legumes, but that's already out of paleo in the first place. But remember, guys, this is only temporary. We're only problem solving. So we're bringing these things out temporarily, allow the the inflammation to go down, allow the immune system to go down, to allow that gut to be able to start feeling better again, getting soothed, get back on track again. And then with AIP, the exciting part comes is that when we start one by one, adding these things back in. And as I tell patients, I'll have them make a 20 food list of reintroduction. And there's always going to be that, and you know this, there's always going to be the 3 or 4 or 5 different foods that are absolutely bombs to patients.
Yeah.
And because they've been eating it for a long period of time, they didn't even know. But when we do this very, very methodical reintroduction, they'll find like, oh my gosh, I can't eat the nuts anymore because it caused a total inflammatory response. That's the reason why we do the AIP.
Yeah, I think about, I had some engine trouble and the mechanic was unplugging one spark plug at a time, and just to figure out which cylinder is not firing correctly. It's not that the spark plug was bad and he had to take it out. It's the same thing with the AIP. We're just pulling, not that this is bad food. It's just if we're trying to figure out which cylinder or which food we're having issues with, we're gonna have to take it out and do that test to figure it out.
It's a very, very methodical approach.
Yeah.
And the good thing is as the body heals, you'll find this out too, as the body heals, when we're broken down, some of these things will come on out. But as the body heals, we'll find out some of these things can go back in.
Yeah.
And that's the reason, that's the whole reason why we're doing this, is to get people healthy, right?
Yeah.
So they can live an optimally healthy and fruitful life.
I think that's helps me understand it a lot better, and I hope it helps you guys understand the difference.